Welcome to QA 101. This first part of the course will give you a very broad overview of what a QA tester does, so that as we explore the different aspects of the job role over the duration of the course, you'll have context as to how the different skills and processes fit together. We will also cover high-level understanding of QA bugs, the history of them, what they are, how they fit into the game development process as a whole, and how they influence the overall success of a video game. But first off, what does QA even mean? Broadly speaking, QA, or to give it its full title, quality assurance, is the process of reviewing and testing a product to make sure that it A, works as designed, B, is free from unwanted functionality and defects, and C, is of the level of quality expected by the product owner or designer. This description carries over into the games and software industry, where QA testers work with development teams to ensure those points in the product that I just mentioned. This is done by working through builds, which are recurring deployments of code throughout development, which contain updated code as the product is made. Testers will go through finding bugs in these builds, as well as verifying the fixes of bugs previously reported in old builds. It takes time, runs alongside the development of the product, and requires a skillful, attentive, and exploitative mind. The QA department work closely with developers to ensure that the product not only works, but works as expected. This can relate to the final polish of the game, does the experience match the high quality expectations, the design, and the overall experience. A lot of the time, they are also the last line of defense before the product is in the user's hands, so QA can also be responsible for providing constructive feedback throughout the development process so that their insights can help to reform and improve the product, but we'll cover that more in depth later on. QA is a very important part of the development process. Historically, it might be said that QA has been undervalued and perceived as a potential corner-cutting area of development to reduce costs and jiggle resources. But over time, this has changed, and QA is seen as an incredibly crucial part of a successful product development. Quality has become increasingly synonymous with long-term client relationships, and with such an immediate and agile community nowadays, bad feedback can have a permanent and irreversible impact. QA should be the eyes and ears on the ground, so that the developers are unable to release poor products and instead develop healthy and long-term relationships with their customer base. So picture in your mind the QA tester at its natural habitat. We are going to do a very quick quiz on common preconceived notions of a QA tester in the video games industry, and then I will cover if they are true or not, and if not, what really happens in the day-to-day life of a QA tester.